2,
Ready yet.
1. We're live with Pop Sports.
All right, welcome to episode 5 of Pop Sports, Revenge of the Fifth, as we like to call it. Yeah. So a nice little Star Wars reference because this is a pop culture episode. So
Finally.
yes. So this episode will focus on movies. So a current movie we just saw, Aquaman. We're going to review it. We'll show you the trailer again so you can get a little bit of a refresher. If you don't know what we're talking about, we'll show you the clip here. And then we'll do a couple of other upcoming ones.
And we started.
My mother was a queen. But life is a way of bringing people together.
We could unite our worlds one day.
Check it out. Arthur is talking to the fish.
They made me what I am. Permission to come aboard?
I've been looking for you. Your half-brother, King Orm, is about to declare war upon the surface world.
The only way to stop this war is for you to take your rightful place as king.
Trust me, I am no king.
You do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all.
That was the worst pep talk ever.
Might want to strap in. Welcome home.
My brother has come from the surface to challenge me for the throne.
I call it an ass whooping. I'm no leader. I came because I had no choice. I came to save my home and the people that I love.
You think you're unworthy to lead because you're of two different worlds. But that is exactly why you are worthy.
That was awesome.
The war is coming to the surface, and I'm bringing the wrath of the seven seas with me.
We're here. What are you doing? Wait. You should have a parachute. Redheads, you gotta love them.
All right, so we saw it not too long ago.
Yeah,
so
we saw it about a week ago at its release.
Yep, around the
Spoiler
release.
alert.
So we wanted to kind of take the time to review, so talk about what we thought of it.
Yep.
So obviously, spoilers ahead, major spoilers. So
If you haven't seen the movie
and you want to see it, do not recommend seeing this part until after you see the movie.
Watch this episode later.
Yes. So, first we're going to look at some of the pros of the movie. So,
Yes.
one of the major things that I had as a pro was the CGI. So, one of the things with Justice League, which was this movie's predecessor, there was a lot of hype behind it, but I thought their CGI usage was garbage.
Awful. Truly
So,
awful.
with Steppenwolf, I thought that was terrible. Like, just half-hearted CGI. It looked like crap.
Looks like a bad TV villain.
Yeah, with a lot of what was going on, I think it was out in Russia somewhere when he was putting the mother boxes together. That whole CG, that was
I think it was
just
Ukraine. I think it
Ukraine,
was supposed to be like the
like Chernobyl.
Chernobyl-esque. Yeah.
So with that, I
Maybe,
thought the
yeah.
CGI was pretty garbage there. It was just, there was too much. They tried to force it in on you.
Justice League had a myriad of issues.
That was
The
one
whole
of
infrastructure
many.
of
Oh,
it
yes.
was, but the big issue with Justice League was the fact that the CGI was total crap.
Yep.
So, and this was weird because Aquaman specifically, to piggyback off what you were saying, because it's an underwater setting, there really is no precedent or there's really no basis to go off of for an underwater movie for a majority of the film. So
I have a
this was
CGI
really-
question.
Yes.
Okay.
You saw the movie, I did not.
Yes.
Is he underwater right here?
Yes.
Yes.
That's garbage.
Your garbage.
I'm not even watching the movie. That's not good underwater.
So you're watching it
Look at these
on
fake.
YouTube.
Yeah, look at these fake fish. He doesn't look like he's underwater just because his hair's floating. This doesn't look good.
So
It was the
you're
first thing
saying
I
that
noticed when I watched this trailer because I've never seen it.
it's also on YouTube on your computer. I mean, in theater, it totally looks different than that.
We did see it in IMAX, and it looked much, much, much better.
So this looked good.
Yes.
Yeah, so like even the trailer, like even when they had one of the villains, Orm's, like the white hair, it looks really weird in the trailer on your computer on the monitors, but in theater and hopefully on TV, it looked a lot better.
Yeah. So, I mean, even though the trailer looks like it could be kind of blah, in IMAX, the CGI I thought was very good.
One of the elements of the movie that I had as a con was a little corny.
Yes.
There was some serious corny moments.
Yes.
And I didn't really think of that as a major issue. Like, it didn't take me out of the movie. Sometimes there are movies where you get a really cheesy line and you're just like, some of it was just a little, you get over it. It's like watching a bit of a kid's movie and you're just like, that's kind of weird, but whatever. Like watching Green Lantern, that was tough to watch.
Jeez.
That was a great movie.
You shut up.
Oh my God, you're the worst.
You couldn't even keep a straight face when saying that.
Why are you here, Alex?
Your job's done. But no, Aquaman, it had a little bit of cheese, and it was okay in that sense. But no, I mean, I think the CGI really was good compared to what it could have been, especially.
Yeah, but to your point, Alex, I can see how you'd get a little worried based on that video, thinking, oh my God, that looks garbage. Because that was my exact reaction when I saw the first trailer. I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, the Justice League CGI was garbage. This looks like it's just going to be an enormous pile of crap.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, I was like, you know what? I'm not expecting much out of this movie. I just basically went because I was told I was going. And I went, and I was like, holy crap. They actually picked it up a little bit. It looks much better, and it was an enjoyable movie. And the CGI was better than expected, so I was happy with that. So I would say that was a big plus. I think they fixed their CGI, especially in a movie that had to up its game.
Yeah.
Because that whole movie, the vast majority of it is CGI.
And they did it on a smaller budget.
Which is crazy.
They did it with like 130?
Well, it's also, they don't have to pay
$1 million
a lot of
budget?
the big name actors, too.
Well, but still, that is something that was impressive to know that it was 130 million, which is still
ridiculous.
An insane amount of money in a vacuum, but for a superhero movie, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I think Deadpool 2 was 150.
That's crazy.
For comparison's sake.
Yeah, and that used a fraction of the CGI that
Aquaman had
to.
to. And Aquaman had to.
Yeah.
Really.
And also the other thing with Aquaman that I thought was a very strong testament to the movie itself was its characters and its character development. I thought the characters, especially the villains that they had, was a huge plus.
Absolutely.
I thought Black Manta killed it. It was a very interesting story. It kind of showed the progression as to why he becomes an Aquaman villain in the first place and why he becomes this nemesis of, oh my God, the last thing I'm ever going to do, the last breath I take, I will kill you.
I love seeing arcs of villains within the movie.
Yes.
And I thought that's what Black Manta's role was. He had a tremendous plot in and of him, or he had his whole side plot that we could see it. He was the main focus of whole sections of the movie, and I thought that was a really unique way to go about it, as opposed to just the point of view of the heroes.
Yeah.
And that's what I really liked. And he kind of had, while he obviously wasn't, a totally clean dude, obviously, seeing as he was trying to rob a submarine at the opening scene, but you could see his anger and why he was frustrated and where it was coming from and directed. Aquaman left his father to die. I mean, you could see there was some logic into his anger.
Right.
Whereas a lot of times you don't see that. You could also see the logic in Orm's anger.
Yes.
And I thought that was a really nice way to go about it. I mean, Orm had a plan. He had a whole thing. And Arthur, Aquaman, kind of was ruining that. So I really liked that, there was some really solid thought. It wasn't far-fetched why they were angry and why there was fighting and why there was conflict.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't like... So one of the major things, I think, between DC and Marvel, in this regard, just basically watching Aquaman, I thought their development of their villains was much, much better in this Aquaman movie. Because instead of just having, Jason Momoa as Aquaman throughout the entire movie being the pivotal point.
Yep.
You had, like you said, those cut scenes where it's just the villains going about what they're doing, and it's helping you understand why they're, choosing these actions, what is leading to this anger, what their grand scheme is, and you kind of see that unfold as you see what's going on with Aquaman.
Yeah.
So it made it an interesting kind of portrayal, as you had 3 different kind of storylines that were all going at the same time, and then you see them kind of intersect at different points, and I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I thought that was definitely a strength of the movie.
Yeah, it definitely had. If you want to do the Aquaman was the Thor of the DC universe, then Black Manta Orm really had the Loki feel in that sense, where he had the sibling, he had the whole upbringing that was separate and still kind of a sibling conflict. And I thought it was really cool in that way. It also had some Black Panther feels if we're going to go down a true comparison. But to really have a villain like Loki in the Thor movies, who is iconic and really should be everyone's favorite villain, at least up until Infinity War, because of how well the character was fleshed out. It was really nice to see DC follow suit in doing something along those same lines with both of their characters, seeing exactly why they're doing what they're doing.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, that was huge. I thought that was one of the things that made the movie so good.
Legitimized the villain.
Yep. They weren't just a throw-in. They weren't just there for the plot. Here, we need something to get the plot moving. No, They were a major factor of the plot.
No Spider-Man 3 moments.
Oh, right, exactly. They weren't just throw-ins to get a movie together. No, because large sections of the movies revolved around them, and that was huge. And that was something that we haven't really seen in a while. Maybe Ant-Man and the Wasp, we saw that a little bit with Ghost.
Right.
A little bit of her story, and obviously Thanos,
Thanos and
but a lot of the other ones,
a little bit, but there was nothing.
A lot of them are just throw-ins. They're just like, you got the hero story, and then this person comes along. Now we got to beat them. Okay, well, who the hell is this person, and what's their motives?
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to rule the world. Oh, great, another one of these freaking jamokes. Like,
because the only difference would be Winter Soldier, but that's only because it was like a multi-movie arc.
Right.
Whereas this did a great job at wrapping up their villainy in a sense in one film, and possibility for so much more.
But along with all those pros, I did think the movie had some cons. Like you were saying, a lot of the things that really irritated me and maybe lowered my rating a little bit were a lot of the corny jokes or tons of cliches that they would throw in there. That really kind of pissed me off at different points. One of the biggest things that really grinded my gears was the scenes in, I think it was like Sicily or Italy, wherever they were.
Yeah.
It was a part of Italy. And they were in this kind of village setting, and clearly it just looked like it was a set. It was so fake looking. It looked like it was this rom-com from like the 60s. It was just a real weird setup, and it drove me nuts.
It didn't really have an authentic feel, and it could have been Italy. We have no idea.
It definitely didn't feel like it.
It really didn't have that same feel. Maybe it was I don't know. I'm going to make excuses, so I won't. But yeah, I totally agree with you. The Italy setting just really took me out of it, because I thought that the whole Aquaman plot, trying to find the trident and everything, had a very National Treasure, Roman the Sahara kind of feel, except in the Sahara rather feel. And I really liked that element. I thought it was nice that it was a bit of an adult scavenger hunt for superheroes, and I thought that was a really cool element to throw in there, especially because it was so important. And yeah, the Italy thing, the scene itself could have been really cool, and if it was actually shot in Italy, or if it was really properly shot on location, that would have been infinitely better than what we got.
Yeah, it definitely looked like it was a studio set, and that just from that point on, it was just driving me nuts. But another thing that really irritated me too were a lot of the cliches, like the Queen at the end, Atlanta. However you say your name.
It's not Atlanta.
I don't know.
Hotlanta.
But when she's at the end of the dock, it's like, oh god, like you knew it was going to happen, but it was like they made it this big.
We had another Martha scene.
Oh yes, exactly. And there were just different kind of one-liners that they kind of threw in. But the one thing I did like was, like you were saying, the national treasure kind of feel with the trident.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was interesting. It kind of explained why nobody was able to get it beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of explains what makes Aquaman so unique. So I thought they did a good job of saying, okay, this is why he can communicate with kind of fish. Like, he has a special gift and nobody else can.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps him get the trident in the end. So that helps explain why he's able to get it and others can't.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was a nice kind of interesting thing that helped the movie.
Yeah.
But another part that I thought that hurt the movie, they just kind of got lazy with it. They were just like, oh yeah, highborns can breathe out of water. And you're just like, wait, what? And that was just kind of random.
Yeah.
So they were just like, oh yeah, they can breathe above water. Like, yeah, whatever. Everybody else has to have like a little
Bubble or a little
bubble
suit or
suit.
something. Yeah.
Like wear a water bubbler on their head. Like, I don't know. So I thought that was kind of irritating.
It was
But
funky for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand.
overall, I thought it was a pretty good movie. I liked it.
Agreed?
I liked it better than Justice League, I think.
For sure.
So for this, I'm going to start doing a rating system. Alex, what have we decided on?
How many pints?
How many pints? So out of 10 pints, I'm going to give it 7. 7 pints. Jerry?
So I went with 7 pints and a shot.
Ah.
That was just a smidge better than a 7.
Okay, fair enough.
Is that an Irish car bomb?
It's a Boilermaker,
7 and a
Irish car
Boilermaker.
bomb.
There you go.
know.
So we got like 7.5.
Any of those fun drinks that, kill you the next day.
Essentially, you had 7, you passed out with half a drink left.
Oh,
That's Jerry's.
You know what would be fun? So we're
if
gonna
we
go
drank
over.
7 beers because that's what we gave
That's
it.
right.
Yes.
Right now?
We're
Yes,
gonna
right now.
go over trailers
Okay.
after this.
Okay.
You should pre-rate the movie.
Pre-write the movie?
Pre-rate.
Pre-rate it
Then
before
we'll
we
go
see
back. We'll take down what your rating was, and then you'll see the movie.
I like it.
See if it lives up to our standard.
Or if it overproduces or underproduces. Right. You could hate it. You could love it. You could hate the trailer, love the movie.
I like it. I like it.
All right. What trailer do you want to start
All
with?
right.
Well-
Dealer's choice. Jerry, why don't you let you pick?
We've got Aladdin, Dark Phoenix, Glass, and Shazam.
Aladdin.
All right, let's go with Aladdin, since we have Aladdin in the studio here. Mr. Arabian Nights.
I'm not going to start singing, despite the temptation. But
I couldn't find the second trailer that had more of the characters. I think this is more of the teaser one.
that's
but,
all right. As long as we get to watch it.
But for those who have not seen it, well,
You're wrong.
okay. We'll give you a little taste of the upcoming Aladdin movie.
Just kidding, you're not wrong. You just should.
lies far within. The diamond in the rough.
Bellman's.
That's the Bellman store.
That's exactly what it looks like.
The warehouse, yeah.
He doesn't look like Aladdin. That's going to suck.
No, it's
Shut
close enough.
It's not close enough.
You mean
it's
it's-
not even close.
I think it's going to be really good.
Nope.
Go back on IMDb, bring up the casting for that Aladdin movie. I think they did a pretty
Do you
good
want to
job.
look up Jasmine? Is that specifically what you were going to do?
It's not the only reason why.
Got him.
All right, so Naomi Scott, fantastic casting as
Oh
Jasmine.
man, Will Smith is the genie.
Yes,
Yeah, he's
that
great.
will be good. I
That's
actually
gonna
do
be
think
hilarious.
that's good.
Oh man.
In the other trailer, they did show him as the genie a little bit, I believe. So-
Yeah, they showed quickly, and there's been a couple
Quickly.
stills
Yep.
of him, but I mean, I think Will Smith's going to be great. I mean, it just makes sense, too.
Nassim Pedrad would have been another good one for Jasmine.
Well, she's a little older than what the cast seems
I'm
to be
just
going
saying,
for.
she would be a good
I'm not
fit.
disagreeing with you. I'm also just saying I am going to be upset if Aladdin doesn't have like those parachute pants,
Oh, he's gotta have
those
the
white parachute pants.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a little upset.
We are in the desert filming Aladdin. It's absolutely amazing.
Aladdin is one of those perfect stories. You don't know how you know every word of the songs, you just do.
Aladdin is obviously a Disney classic.
Fantastic.
You want to stay
casting.
true to the original, but you also want to give people something different.
The colours and the spectacles and the songs, it's this rush of adrenaline. It's just so magical.
Makes me want to go home and watch it.
I know,
the
right?
animated one.
Oh my god, it looks so good. Is this the second trailer?
No, they just replayed the
Oh, okay.
original.
We don't need to see that one.
So
No, we don't.
So
Oh, it looks so good, though.
A couple things immediate takeaway from that is I think they actually look all pretty much the human versions of the animated movie.
I don't like the guy.
Why not?
I just don't think he looks like Aladdin.
You saw half
Bring
a
up his
second of
picture
him, though.
again. Bring up his picture again. Go ahead. IMDb. On your own time. Go ahead.
Yeah, but like seriously, I think that they do look pretty good relative to the movie. Also, little side note. So you know the scene where it's they're trying to say the password to get in?
Yeah.
What is the password?
Oh god, I don't even remember.
Open Sesame?
Is it?
It's really Open Says Me. But
Really?
for my entire life, I always thought it said Open Sesame, like Sesame Bagel or something. It's Open Says Me.
Open Sesame. What the?
It reading that blew my
No,
mind.
no. Stop. Stop. You're ruining my childhood. Stop it.
No, I'm not.
Stop it.
Get
No,
over it.
No, stop.
you
What is this?
little
I'll Google it
snowflakey.
just to be sure.
Open Sesame.
Open
no,
Sesame.
No.
That's what it is.
No. Then where does Open Sesame come from?
Your brain.
My brain's stupid.
Exactly. That's
So
why
it
it says
didn't
Open
come from
Sesame.
there.
Why would it say Sesame?
Oh man.
Like what is Sesame?
don't-
Open says the bagel.
No,
Open
it
Sesame
says
Street up
it says
for
it's
a
Open
party.
Sesame.
It's Open Sesame.
It doesn't. It's not true. He's messing with you.
Nope.
Thank you.
Open
Thank
Sesame.
you. Alex, you just saved my childhood. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So, overall, Jerry, what do you stop looking it up? Look it up on your own time.
I was trying to look it up on my own time.
No.
I thought we were doing something
So,
else.
what do you think about this Aladdin movie?
That's on me. I think it looks great. I'm really excited for it. I thought Will Smith was an awesome cast for Genie.
That is a really
especially
good
because
casting.
you're not going to be able to recreate Robin Williams in any way, and I think Will Smith has a certain extra charismatic sense that I think he can live up to it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, if someone could live up to it, it's him.
I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
That's
I mean-
the biggest thing that I think people are going to be looking for.
Will Smith still has the energy for it.
Well, it's so tough. Robin Williams he was the one that really made that
Robin
movie.
Williams was stellar in every way. Like let's
Everything he did.
Let's not compare the Steelers to the Patriots on this one.
All right.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Let's just kind of. Will Smith is not going to be Robin Williams. He's going to be Will Smith,
I think he'll do a pretty solid job.
and I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I think he'll do it pretty well.
How many pints do you think that you would give it right now?
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
I'm gonna give it 7.5 because I think
Damn
they're
it,
gonna
that's
ruin
what I
it
was
being
gonna say.
live. I think they're gonna ruin it.
7.5
being
is
live.
pretty good.
Yeah,
You think he's going to ruin being live?
I do. I don't think
Wait,
it's gonna be as
It's
good.
going to ruin being alive. It's going to ruin my life.
Wait, so 7.5 is ruined?
I
You have very high expectations of movies.
yeah. I do.
If you think 7.5 is a crappy movie, then,
all right, then I'm gonna go 6.5.
I mean that makes more sense.
All right, 6.5.
I was gonna say 7.5 because
I
I,
just
think it'll
don't
be
think
good.
the live version's gonna be as good
8
as the
pints.
original.
I give it 8 pints.
See, he's all right.
8 pints. That's
What do you,
my.
so you're at
Yep.
7.5. I'm at 6.5.
I don't think I can do 7.7 because I
Jotting
think
it
7
down?
shots is way too many. So it's 7.5 is the closest I can do.
7.5. Okay. I'm jotting this down so
You know,
we
you
have
have
it.
to write it down. We can just rewatch the video.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Good.
Nope.
Good.
I'm
No,
waiting.
no, he's gonna write down the entire video right now
Thank God.
in great detail.
Alex, you
All
said what?
6.5 pints.
6.5. Jerry?
7.5.
7.5.
So, do you want to see Shazam, Dark Phoenix, or Glass?
I would like to see all three.
You know what? Let's go with Shazam because
Yes.
I actually have not seen this trailer yet.
I
So-
pre-watched it.
This
earlier.
will
It
be an
looks
honest
hilarious.
reaction.
I watched it without sound, and it looks funny without sound.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Cue it up.
Here's my honest reaction. Go for it.
You've run from foster homes in 6 counties.
I can take care of myself.
When you're 18, give these people a chance, because that's what they're giving you.
This is Billy Batson. Make sure you make him feel at home.
They seem nice, but don't buy it. It gets real Game of Thrones around here. Dude, just messing around. You look at me and you're like, why so dark? You're a disabled foster kid. You've got it all. If you could have one superpower, what would you pick? Everybody chooses flight. You know why?
So they can fly away from this conversation.
No, because heroes fly.
Well, you need your fake family to stand up for you? Hey,
Nice.
man, sorry about that. Go, go, go! Grab it! Get out the way!
Billy Batson, I choose you as champion.
Hello?
Say my name so my powers may flow through you.
But I don't know your name, sir.
Shazam.
Wait, for real? Say, okay! Shazam?
This means Billy!
What is happening?
You're the only person I know that knows anything about this Cape Crusader stuff.
Can I...
Oh, yeah. That's crazy, right?
What are your superpowers?
Superpowers, dude? I don't even know how to pee in this thing.
AM to the PM, PM to the AM.
You have super strength.
PM, you just got
Can you fly?
If I quit your PM, I still rock Mercedes. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
You okay? Why are you talking?
Be on move. Sit down.
You know, I don't think that's gonna buff out.
Your phone's charged. Your phone's charged.
The hell?
You're like a bad guy, right?
Shazam!
Gentlemen!
You have bullet immunity.
I'm bulletproof.
You're dead.
Sorry about your window, but you're welcome for not getting robbed. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. 9 pints. Yes.
So that's the first time I saw the trailer. And I didn't know anything about Shazam.
Anything?
I don't know anything about him either.
And
It's pretty spot on.
Or any superhero.
Not dying to see it, but I'm intrigued. I am intrigued.
Are you kidding me? I'm dying. That's hilarious to me.
That was
That
really
whole
good.
setup was hilarious.
I will go see it.
Child acting probably won't be great, but get over it.
Here's the thing I'm sad about. They didn't give the disabled kid the power.
That's not.
That would have been great.
That's
But at least
stuck
he's
to the comic.
At least he's funny.
Fair
He's
enough.
not just like
that's exactly what the comic was.
At least he's not like a Tiny Tim. Like it's just that sad story. Just like, oh crap. Like oh poor kid.
He's an
at least he's
orphan.
funny. He's just like yeah, I'm the disabled kid. The dark disabled kid in the corner. He was funny kid. I like him.
I agree.
That was hilarious.
Yeah,
No, that was good.
That was great.
That does look pretty good.
April 19th.
I love this. Say my name, Shazam.
Yeah. Say it.
Just say it. Hey.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
It'll be everyone's reaction to that. Like, let's be real. Say my name, Shazam. Okay.
You're bulletproof.
What?
You're dead.
That was pretty good. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So
I hope
this
those
is-
aren't the funniest parts, though. That's what I'm hoping.
I don't think so.
You know
I
when
mean,
they do that,
yeah,
you see
yeah,
the
yeah.
movie.
But this doesn't look like it's a comedy. It's still got that superhero. Well, it is going to be a comedy, but like you know how, like crappy comedies do that. They show all the funny parts in the trailer.
Yeah.
This has a lot more elements to it. I don't
Kind of
think
like
it'll
a
be
Guardians of the Galaxy-esque.
Yeah,
Like it's going to
exactly.
be funny throughout the movie.
Yep.
They're just showing you some of the funnier parts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. I hope that's true anyway.
Yeah.
I give it 8.5.
So let me get this straight.
I'm
So
gonna give it 9.
it's
I'll
the-
give it 8.
I'm
I want
gonna
to
give it
temper
9 pints
expectations
right now.
So it's the kid's mind and everything, and then just the Shazam, and he gets this body.
You want me to
So
break down
It's
what
the
it
kid's
is?
mind, and he's basically just in this body.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's
Gotcha,
why I'm
gotcha,
giving
gotcha.
it a 9, because that's hilarious.
Alright, Alex is giving it a
That's
9.
freaking
Jerry?
hilarious.
8.5.
Oh, okay. I'm going to give it a 7.
Ouch.
I'm not a big comedy
Wait,
person.
are we
so,
giving
you
it?
know,
Are we giving the trailer review, or are we reviewing what we think the movie's going to be?
what the movie's going to be?
What the movie's going to be?
What the movie?
Movie.
What the
Meow
movie's
mix.
going to be?
Meow mix.
I already stuck with 8.5. Might as well keep it.
8.5, 9.
He already wrote it down.
I'm gonna
Don't
go with
make
7.
a change.
All right. Interesting.
Dark
All right.
Phoenix is next.
Dark Phoenix. Alex, have you seen this trailer yet?
Nope.
Ooh.
Of course not.
And I don't even know who this is.
Ooh, alrighty.
He doesn't know.
Do you want to
anything.
update me on who this is?
This is about
X-Men
the
stuff.
X-Men.
That's all
Got
you
it.
need to know.
Okay.
Dope.
You're good.
Okay. Go for it.
You think you can fix
We would like to watch it though.
You are not.
Hey, thanks,
Point
man.
made.
We would like them to watch it too.
That is a solid point.
Killing it.
You think you can fix me?
Noise.
Jean, you are not broken.
The mind is a fragile thing. Takes only the slightest tap to tip it in the wrong direction.
Charles, what did you do?
I had to keep her stable. I protected her.
From the truth? There's another word for that.
I came looking for answers.
You feel like you don't belong here. You don't. They can't begin to comprehend what you are.
She's changing.
And what?
You didn't come here looking for answers. You came here looking for permission. Jean. She's all rage, pain, and it's all coming out at once.
Jean lost control. Is she still our friend?
This is your fault, Charles. The world is on the brink. I'm sorry I didn't stop it sooner.
You're always sorry, Charles. And there's always a speech. And nobody cares.
There's still hope. Don't do this.
They're right to fear me.
I've seen evil. And I'm looking at it now.
All right.
Alex, give us your take. That's the first time you've seen the trailer. What do you think?
So she immediately kills her parents? That's kind of intense.
Yeah, I mean, like it's rough.
I mean, immediately kills her parents. Why would she kill her parents?
Ooh, I guess you're gonna have to see the movie to find out.
It was on accident.
I mean, probably. I don't know.
And then somehow this dude messes with her brain and screws her up.
Okay, so
Doesn't mess
this is a
with her
continuation of a few films, and the Dark Phoenix saga was one of the best comic book runs ever. So this is one of the most intense storylines X-Men's ever produced.
I've never been a big X-Man person.
X-Man?
X-Men. Never been a big X-Men person.
I didn't realize we got something draws now.
Yeah.
Good one, Alex.
I've never been a big X-Men person.
X-Man.
Oh my god. But I am extremely excited for this movie. Other than probably Endgame, Avengers Endgame, this is probably the second movie that I am the most excited for.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe, I don't know, it's a toss-up after that.
Wonder Woman.
That comes out next year.
Oh, we're talking this year?
Yeah.
Disregard.
Next year. I think this looks phenomenal. I essentially gave up on X-Men.
I never did.
Prior to this movie. I was never really big into it. I thought X2 was very good. But I think this movie is going to be fantastic. You want to know why, Jerry?
Why?
Ethical dilemma. That's why. It is polarizing and it gets people into a movie.
So,
you need to get the people going. All right?
Do you think they kill her by the end? What do you think?
No, because I think she's going to be in another one, and she's also going to be...
So you think that funeral is maybe she killed somebody?
I think she killed somebody. So what I think...
I don't think that's her funeral. I think...
Oh, no, she killed...
But
she
I think
definitely
I don't think that's the end of the movie either.
No.
I think she dies at the end.
Ooh, interesting.
Really?
So
yeah, she might come back though.
But
do you think they convert her by the end?
Well,
I don't know.
well, the whole thing was Charles was whole thing was he was trying to help her by blocking out all of the pain that she dealt with. But
was he drugging her?
No.
So he was a telepath. He can use his mind to get into other people's minds. Yeah, Professor X.
So he was trying to create barricades in her mind to prevent her from dealing with that, which was very unhealthy. But he said it was the only way he knew how to do it, because that accident created like a second person in her head almost.
Yeah.
And that's the Dark Phoenix character who began to emerge by the end of it. So it's kind of like a multiple personalities thing. So there's only one other one fighting for dominance of the body.
Oh, that'll lead us into our next trailer after this, so that's good.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of, it's just like the manifestation of hate and anger and pain, like they kind of said, was that Dark Phoenix persona trying to take control of the host, the body, which was Jean Grey. Which they tried doing something similar to this in X-Men Last Stand, the third X-Men movie. It sucked. And it was such a disappointment to watch. Because
This looks good.
The first two movies were amazing.
It looks really good.
I'll give it 8 pints.
I never gave up on the 8.5. That's my standard now.
That's just where you're at.
I'm 8.5 just constantly.
I'm giving it a 9.
Bold move, Cotton.
I am very excited.
I never gave up on the X-Men. Like, I stuck through it when they were going from Last Stand to even like X-Men Origins Wolverine, which was brutal. That's when they fucked up Deadpool.
Yep.
Ryan Reynolds, just whatever. We don't need to talk about that. The Wolverine, which was okay. Don't worry about it.
What? When was Deadpool in that movie?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting into it. You want to hear another Green Lantern-esque rant?
Yeah.
We'll save that for another time.
Remember the good times. Don't remember the bad times.
Sure.
Remember the good times.
I'm just suppressing it. And so, like, even like, what was it? Days of Future Past was when it really got totally back on track after First Class, and well, there's another one. Wasn't there one after First Class?
Apocalypse.
No, X-Men Apocalypse Blue.
No.
It was so sad.
Days of Future Past was the next
just the money one. Yeah. Okay, so Days of Future Past was after. Yeah, that was where I got total confidence back in Fox, and then Apocalypse ruined it again.
I know I'm going to love this movie, mostly just because of the ethical dilemma. It's going to draw you in. It's going to bring in your emotions. You're going to be like, he has a point, she has a point. Which side do I choose? You're going to be conflicted during the movie. I think it's going to be fantastic. I give it 9 pints.
Do you think it'll be better than Logan?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow. No way. I thought Logan was one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen.
I think it's going to be better
Never
than Logan.
saw it.
Yeah, I know you haven't. That's why I didn't even look at you.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes. I think it's going to be better than Logan.
It's a bold move.
You can quote me on that. Quote me on that. Write down that time. You can quote me.
Yeah, write down that time.
Time for trailer number 4.
And yes, the last trailer. Cue it up
Logan's
and let's
gonna be
go.
better.
This looks phenomenal.
This is glass.
I'll tell you a secret. I want to believe in real-life superheroes. Like every kid in the world. But I'm still waiting.
And yet, we exist.
Convince me.
Some of us don't die with bullets.
No way.
Some of us can bend steel. What do you want? I need your abilities to get us out of here. The bad guys are teaming up. I'm the only person who can stop them.
We are not meant to have this much power.
Are you ready to show the world what we are capable of? This won't be like a comic book. What do we call you, sir? First name, Mr. Last name, Glass.
Rated PG-13.
That looks phenomenal.
Looks really good.
So, Alex, like you were saying, you had not seen this trailer before and didn't know anything about this movie before, correct?
No, and I still don't feel like after watching the other trailer that this has anything to do with this movie.
It absolutely does.
It does.
Sure, but it just
You need to watch the actual movie to know what the.
So you have to preface this before. So before you see this movie, you have to see Unbreakable, which is with Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis, who are 2 of the main 3 characters in that, and then Split, which just came out
a few years back,
about 2-3 years ago, with James McAvoy. I thought he should have won an Oscar. Phenomenal.
Of course, amazing.
I can't even tell you how many movies I've seen in my life, and I think I would put Split in my top 10 of movies of all time, because just James McAvoy's acting alone and the depth of the character that they create in that movie, and the dilemmas and the different characters that come out, and the internal conflict, it invests you. Like,
right away.
I could not stop watching. Like, I wasn't thinking about the time. I wasn't thinking about, is the movie almost over? Like, oh my God, will this end? It was like Wolf of Wall Street was another movie like that.
Just kind of flew by without even realizing.
Exactly. It flew by. It was a wicked long movie, but you didn't think once, is this almost over? Man, this is long. No, you were just glued to the TV.
Yeah.
And you and I watched it for the first time.
Yeah.
And we were both like, wow, this is a fantastic
The same
movie.
kind of feel. I couldn't agree more. It was just, you were immersed into the whole plot and to the whole environment immediately. And James McAvoy did an unbelievable job playing a character with multiple personalities disorder, which, you know, in order to do that, you obviously need to be able to change personalities and abilities in the drop of a hat. And he did it so convincingly. He played different people so well, you'd almost think that it wasn't him, despite it was him, because it looked exactly like him. But it was amazing. And I actually haven't seen Mr. Glass. Or Unbreakable, rather. I haven't seen Unbreakable.
So we both have to see that movie before we see Glass, because we both really want to see it. It looks very good. So yes, we do have to see that movie, so we can't really speak to that. But I know I would highly recommend Split to anybody who wants to see it. One thing I would say is it has a Criminal Minds kind of darkness and vibe.
It's a dark thriller.
So if that type of stuff freaks you out, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
But if you're into kind of like psychological thrillers and
like Prisoners.
Yeah.
That Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal.
That I have not seen either, but it has that kind of vibe.
So much for a movie guy.
Oh, sorry. Jeez, I can't see everything, all right?
Fix that.
I'll do my best. So, I mean, Split, I would give probably a 9, maybe 9.5. I thought it was fantastic.
I agree. I was going to say 9.5 as well. So
For Glass,
temper my expectations with an 8.
Glass.
Sequels are dangerous, and M. Night Shyamalan is an interesting director, to say the least.
I'm going to go with 8. I am also going to go with 8. I think that's a good number. Alex, are you going to see that at all?
Yep. But I'm not going to watch the others.
Oh god, so you're gonna be screwed. So what do you want to give your pints as?
7.
Yeah, I was
7
gonna
pints.
say, you can't be that high because
that's actually higher than I expected from him.
Yeah, ditto. Yeah.
All right. So that concludes our 5th episode, Revenge of the 5th.
Revenge of the 5th.
So there's our pop culture episode. Thank you for watching. We'll see you for our next installment. And for Drew, Alex, and Jerry, thank you for watching, and thank you to our sponsors, Blake's, King's Barbershop, and Bellman Jewelers. Thank you, and adios.
Adios, amigos.